data is stored in my mobile phone, as well as the same data is stored even in the Google Drive. Can I recover it back even if I lose my mobile phone?
Yes.
Yes, I can recover it. This is a way. There is a way now, guys. But what is the problem here? The problem here is that the Google Drive provides a default memory of 15 GB only. How much memory does it a Google Drive and your Google account gets it with this thing? Can you tell me, guys? Yeah, how much memory you'll get it? Tell me now. You'll get the 15 GB. I want an interactive session, guys. Only 1 or 2 people are interacting. What about the rest of you? Yes, guys, please interact with me. Okay, guys. So here you have, what is that? 15 GB memory is by default provided by the Google, isn't it or not? But how much memory I need to store it right now? 512 GB. What is that? 512 GB. So what is that you need to do? Tell me now. What is it you need to do, guys? Yeah?
You need to buy storage.
Very good. We need to buy the storage. We need to buy the, yes, guys, buy the storage. Okay, that means you will have to pay some cost, guys. You will have to pay some cost and buy the storage of 512 GB. That means, so they will charge you on the yearly basis, or they will charge you on the quarterly basis, or even some on the monthly basis. You can buy it and you can store it. Okay. So whereas after storing the data into my Google Drive, even if I lost my mobile phone, the lost data can be recovered it back. Simply what I need to do, I need to buy a mobile phone, new handset. And in that handset, we need to configure my mail ID along with my password and use an option called synchronize. So automatically, everything which is there in the drive will be retrieved back and restore it to my mobile phone. Am I right, guys? Yes. Am I right?
Yes.
So now, guys, who is taking care of the security of your data? Who is taking care of the security of your data? Tell me now. Google. Okay. Google is taking the security of your data, that no one should able to access your data unless until the username and password is satisfied. Am I right, guys? So Google is taking care of your data. That means whenever you require it, the Google will provide you. And whereas the security of your data, the access of your data, everything is a responsibility of Google. Now, one fine day, I immediately left for US. So I'm there in US. Now, guys, I have already configured a Google Drive of 512 GB, wherein I stored the entire data. After going there, I've changed my number. So can I access the data which I have saved in the Google Drive even after going to US? Tell me now.
Yes, of course.
Yes, possible. That means obviously it is possible. Simply what happens? The Google Drive will work on your email ID and password. Am I right, guys? So if you enter that email ID and password, you can access the data from anywhere from the globe. Am I right, guys? Anywhere from the globe. So we can say that the access of data, the security of data is the responsibility of, what is that? Google. Am I right, guys? Is the responsibility of what? Google. So unknowingly, what you're doing there, we all are using the cloud platform, isn't it or not? Unknowingly, we all have moved from, that is nothing, we have moved from, what is that? That is the on-premises platform to cloud only. That means from the SD cards. SD card is your what? SD card memory, or your mobile phone memory is your SD card memory, or your mobile phone memory is on-premises memory. Whereas we have automatically moved from on-premises memory and what is that? On-premises memory and SD card memory to what is that? Google Drive memory. That means unknowingly, we all have moved to what is that? We all have moved to what is it, guys? Cloud system. We have already moved to what is that? Cloud platform. Am I right, guys? Everyone? Yes, guys.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. So we have moved to what is that? The cloud platform. All of us. Okay. So whereas now, after moving to the cloud platform, it has become easier for us to access the data from any device you require it. Sharing has also become so easier. So whereas security has also become very comfortable. Okay. So whereas only this is possible because of the cloud platform. Whereas as we are an individuals, we have a little amount of data. When it comes to the business entities, what is that? Business entities will have a very massive amount of data, very massive amount of data, and they want the data to be secured and access it whenever the time requires. And every time the corporates have fed up by buying the license. Every time you require a software, they need to buy the license, they have to pay the cost for the license, they need to purchase that software, they need to install it, and then they have to put the software. So in order to avoid that, if you require a software, don't do it by yourself. Simply inform your cloud provider. Simply inform your cloud provider. He will buy it for you. He will buy the license for you. Simply he is going to provide you. Am I right, guys? Simply he is going to provide you. It is just like we go and watch a movie in a theater. It is just like we go and watch a movie in the theater. Now the going and watching a movie in the theater has become the ancient trend, isn't it or not? Nowadays, to watch a latest release, what is the way we are adopting it, guys? Tell me now. What is the way we are adopting it? Tell me now, guys. We are adopting the way called what? Am I audible to everyone?
What it is?
Very good. We are using the platform called what? OTTs. Yes, guys, we are using a platform called what is that? OTT platform. Okay. We are using the platforms called what? OTT. So whereas, so OTT requires what? OTT requires what? Simply it requires, yes, simply it requires a username. Simply it requires what is that? A username. Guys, it requires a username, that is nothing but your mobile phone or mail ID, whatever it may be. And it requires a password. It requires a password. Simply if you enter the same, guys, simply if you enter the same, immediately, okay, immediately you will able to access it. But now, guys, if you want to watch a latest release, what is that you have it? Tell me now. All of you, are you there, guys? Yeah, am I there? Are you able to understand?
Yes.
Everyone, please.
Yes.
So now, yeah. So what is that you have it? So simply we need to enter the username and password to get it. Now I wanted to see a latest release movie. What is it?
You have to subscription.
Yeah, we need to go for a premium subscription. Am I right, guys? You need to go for what is that? Premium subscription. We need to go for what? Premium subscription. Okay. So you have to pay some cost and buy and watch that movie. Am I right, guys? So you can watch it how many times? Is there any limit for watching that movie?
No.
No limit. You can watch n number of times you want it. You can watch the movie n number of times. That means it is in your hands. Am I right, guys? So in the same way here also, guys, here also, if you require a software, a latest software, suppose you require a software called, okay, SAS, or we require a software called Oracle. Okay, Oracle. We require it, Oracle. So here you need not buy the license of Oracle. Here you need not buy the license of SAS. So SAS stands for Statistical Analysis System. So you not buy this. Simply what we need to do, guys, simply we need to inform the cloud provider. Simply we need to inform the cloud provider. Okay, guys, simply we need to inform the cloud provider that you require these softwares. Okay, so what is the cloud provider is going to do? He is going to buy the license for you. So now, guys, across the globe, we have the following cloud providers and the market leaders in cloud providing. Okay, what is that? The first one is what is that? You have the Azure. You have what is that? Azure is from Microsoft. Azure is from what is that? Microsoft. And the second one, you have it as what? Yes, guys, AWS, which stands for Amazon Web Services from Amazon. Okay, guys. And then we have what is that? The third who is coming up, the market leader is what is that? GCP, which stands for Google Cloud Platform. Okay, so from the Google. Okay, from the Google. And apart from this, we also have the cloud provider as SAP. SAP, you might have heard SAP Labs. They have come out with their own, that is nothing but, that is a cloud computing technology with what is the name called what, and the provider is what? SAP Labs. Okay, whereas you have what is that? Guys, you have the Oracle Cloud. You have a Oracle Cloud. Oracle has also come out with their own cloud. And whereas the Oracle Cloud, what is the thing you have it? Oracle is provided by what? Oracle Corporation. Oracle Corporation. Okay, guys, Oracle Corporation. Somebody just put it in the mute mode. Yeah, Prashant. So put it in the mute mode. Okay. So we have what? These are all the cloud providers. These are all the cloud providers. We have it. Anyways, the first three are the market leaders, whereas the first three are considered as the market leaders in providing the cloud technologies. Getting my point, everyone? Yes, everyone. So this is nothing but the cloud technology. We have it. Now, guys, these cloud providers are providing in the form of service. So here you require the Oracle software. You have informed, or you require the Oracle software. You have informed your cloud provider called Azure. Your cloud provider is Azure, and you informed him that you need a Oracle software. So now, guys, what happens? Azure is going to get in touch with the Oracle, is going to buy the software. But here you need the, and they're going to install the same onto their cloud environment, and the same is accessible to you. Whereas all these is divided in the form of, guys, what is that? In the form of service. So for that, they have divided the cloud services in three categories. What is that? The first one is called as what? IaaS, where the IaaS stands for what is it, guys? Infrastructure. Yes, guys, infrastructure as a service. And whereas the second one, the service they have provided, what is it called as what? That is nothing but PaaS. So what do you mean PaaS, guys? Can you tell me? PaaS stands for what?
Platform as a service.
Platform, yes, guys, as a service. Very good. Now the third one, the third services that provided by the cloud is what is it? You have it? SaaS. So which stands for what, guys?
Service as a platform.
Software as a service.
Software as a service.
Software as a service. Software as a service. That means if you require any software to be available in your cloud, so at that time you need to raise a request. And once you raise a request, what happens? The package will be allocated to you. That means this is provided to you on this much cost. That means hourly or monthly. Can you see here? Hourly, here hourly or daily, monthly, quarterly, likewise half yearly. Okay, so likewise fairly all the things are provided to you. That means you have to make the payment either quarterly or monthly or daily or hourly basis. Okay, guys, so this software is provided to you on the following thing. That means once you utilize this software and your work is done, simply you need to pay for the service you have used it. Simply you need to pay for the service you have used it. That's it, but not the entire cost. Now, guys, nowadays even you are getting two-wheelers on rent. So what is that? How they will get it? You will get the two-wheeler on rent. So you go, suppose if at all you want to that is nothing but move around the city, you need not buy a scooter, you need not borrow it from anyone. Simply you need to approach that is nothing but the entity who is providing the scooter or rent, and you need to take your scooter. And at the time of giving the scooter, what he says that you have hourly, you can opt it for a hourly buys. That means 6 hours I need a scooter. That's it. So you can 6 hours, you can make out all the tasks and come and give him back. Else you want a monthly wise, or else you want a that is nothing but yearly wise. So likewise, all things are provided to you. So whenever you require it, you need not buy a scooter. In the same way here also, whenever you require any software to be used, you need not buy the software license. Simply you need to inform your cloud provider, and cloud provider is going to provide that in the form of a service called SaaS. That is called as what? Software as a service. Now, guys, platform as a service. So what do you mean platform, guys? Here, suppose you are dealing with the banking data. Now, guys, banking data is considered as the largest amount of data. Am I right, guys? It is called as a huge and large amount of data. So the banking industry has the very massive amount of data. So whenever you require the massive amount of data to be maintained, the operating system called Windows does not support it. The operating system called what is it? Windows does not support it, guys, most of the times. So at that time, you require to operate it on what is that? Mainframes, or else Unix or Linux. Isn't it or not? Linux or Linux, various operating systems do you need to use it. So now, guys, do you need to buy the operating system if you are using the service as a platform as a service, guys? Do you need to buy the platform? That is nothing but operating system, guys. No, we don't need to buy it. Simply, we need to inform our cloud provider that instead of Windows operating system, I want to run my machine on what is that? Mainframes operating system. So this operating system is provided by the service provider with a name called what? Platform as a service. Getting my point, guys? Yes, getting my point. In the same way, guys, I want some 1000 PB, that is petabyte data. So what is that? Gigabyte, terabyte, and petabyte. So I want 1000 petabyte data to be stored here. Okay. So now, guys, if at all you want to store it 1000 that is GB 1000 petabyte data, we require to buy the hard disk, etc. Okay, but here I don't think you have available. Even the petabyte hard disk is not available in the market. Okay, very rare, I think so. Now, guys, so if you require to store the data in petabytes, so in this case, can you see here? Simply, you need not buy the hard disk, anything. Simply, you need to inform your cloud provider that I wanted to store the 1000 petabyte data. So now the cloud provider is going to provide you the storage on the cloud system. It is just like your Google Drive. So you require the Google Drive of how much GB here? 512 GB of Google Drive. You require it. You have informed the that is Google, and Google took some money from you and provided you the space. What is the space they have provided you? 512 GB. Am I right, guys? 512 GB data they have. That is nothing but storage they have provided you. In the same way, that is also service. That means unknowingly we are already using the service called what? Yes, guys, we are using the service called what? Infrastructure as a service. We are using the service called what? Infrastructure as a service with the Google by using the Google Drive. Am I right, guys? Am I right, guys? Everyone? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So now this is nothing but these are the services we have it, all of you. So now, so overallly, so why do we use the cloud technology? Now you tell me, guys. We use the cloud technology to what is that? Have a, that is nothing but large, massive amount of storage on the cloud, and you can run it on various operating system with a very good security. Okay, with all security and security issues